Okay. So, like I say, I'm not too worried about that L dimension, okay? Because we can trim the pipe to fit that anytime. Okay. So, this is our D, okay? That's gonna be our 2.5 inches, okay? And then this length here, let's just make this approximately 15 inches, okay? Just so we can keep people that have to have the numbers down, okay? Now, we're gonna put this mark in the center here. This will be my C mark, okay? And then I got a Y and an X, okay? So now, where does your Y, how do we calculate the Y and the X? These are going to be marks on your conduit. So how do we calculate the X? What does it say?
Multiplier. Measure your L and conduit offset the average shrinkage from table 3. C, subtract the distance between bends and mark point X.
Okay. So what's the distance between our bends? How do we calculate that? What? Yeah, we use our table 2, we use our multiplier, either our 2 or our 1.4, right? So we take 2.5, okay? So we take 2.5 times 2, okay, so let's use it, that'll be for the 30 degree, and then we'll figure one out for the 45 degree. 45 degree, it's gonna be 2.5 times what? 1.4. So what's 2.5 times 2? What's 2.5 times 1.4? You got my calculator?
3.5.
3.5? Okay, now you see what's happening here right away. If this is gonna be 3.5 inches, the distance between C and Y, how are we gonna bend that two 45 degree bends in 3.5 inches? You're not gonna do that, are you? So, and especially if you're using 3/4 inch pipe, right? So, in that case, if we're using that, we better go to the 30 degree bend, right? And have 5 inches now between these two. Okay? Okay? So, then what are you gonna do? What bend do you bend first? Okay, so you can do that, bend the C, bend it this way, and then bend the X this way, turn your bender around, and bend the Y. Now what do we have to put the C on? What mark on the bender do we have to start from?
Star.
What? From the star. Where's the star? What? Star or B, right? Okay. Okay, good. So let's go do that. At the star or the B, depending on what you got on your bender. So that's inside, that's after the arrow. So what the mark, either the star or the B, is actually going to will be the center of that bend. Okay, that's the center here, because that's where C is, right? If you measure 5 inches that way, 5 inches that way. So if we put the bender on the pipe this way with the hook over here, and bend this bend, then slide the bender down the pipe, and put the arrow, now the hook will be on this end, put the arrow of the bender on X. Bend this bend to 30 degrees. Okay, so second, bend 30 degrees at X, the mark on the arrow, which is the arrow right on the hook. And then third, take the bender off, reverse the bender around and bend Y. Now you gotta have the hook of the bender over here. You can't put the back of the bender here, it won't fit. So flip, I'll write it, flip bender and bend 30 degrees at Y with the mark on the arrow. Okay, so that's critical, and the critical thing here, and I always had trouble with people bending these saddles. They'll put the C on the arrow also. If you put the C on the arrow, you're going to be offset. Okay, so this should work real well. I tried it out with a 1/2 inch. I made one bend and it came out fine. So your first bend should come out perfect. Okay, so try a 3/4, try a 1/2, try the different bend rates. Now would be my 5, right? That's my center. There's my 5 for that. So, if I do that, this is going to be my center. Okay? And this, I'm just going to mark them all the way around. Just so I can see them. See if this is going to work. Okay. So now, if I make my first bend, okay? Yay! You got it. Good. Very good. Thank you. Does it look nice and symmetrical? Here, I marked the wrong mark. I thought something wrong. That would have been a disaster, wouldn't it? Okay. I looked at that and something didn't look right. Okay. So now, so if I go to here, yep, 2 3/4 extra. So I'm going to do this so that goes like that. So I'm going to bend to 30 degrees. Okay? Now, how can we do that with this handle? Sure. Take this. Yeah. Because we don't know what it started out at. We don't know what it started out at, but if 45 is straight up, then 30 is going to be 15 degrees less, right? So I got to go 15 degrees less than vertical. Is that right? Okay. Now, that's going to come up like that. So this has got to go down. This has got to be a B, right? Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So now, I got to go. Where do I gotta go? I gotta go to 60 degrees, right? So if this is 45, I gotta go 15 degrees more, right? This, wow, this is sticky. Where's the other one? There we go. I'll take this one. Yeah.
Does that even count the other?
Okay, there we go. Now, we gotta go 30 degrees this way. Back this way. Okay. I got a dog room already. Okay, I gotta go 30 degrees. So that'll be your 15 degrees again, right? About a little more. Oh no, left. Oh, let's see. That's a little short. Let's see how that matches up.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
So we did.
Okay, so now you just made yourself a new plan on how to do it all bending one way. So we add 2 3/4 to one end. Okay, so that's how you do it. You figure out where you got and what to do and try it the way you go. Don't line up real good, do they? So the key to make good concentric bends is to use a hickey, which is, he's got that on the sheet there, on your bending sheet. And they say the hickey is a piece that you use and you do maybe 10 degrees most of every bend. And there's a formula that you can use for concentric bends. And so then you put a mark. Let's say you put 9 marks on there and you're going to bend 10 degrees every mark. And you just do that. Like I'll bend pipes like to go around a 20-foot diameter silo or something. And so you're not going to use this bender, you're not going to just sit there and force it by hand. So what you do is you use the hickey and you just bend it a little bit every time. It's kind of like taking this bender and just bend a little bit and then move down 6 inches, bend a little bit and down. Okay. So, but we can look that up. I can look up that formula. Okay. So now, where's that 15-degree bender? There. We're going to bend around our conduit. Okay, so I will bend this to 15 degrees. Okay? Handle straight up and down. That would be like my C bend. Okay? Now, I'll put this in here. And I'll slide it. See, I'll slide the conduit in here. See, this is a straight piece of conduit, and I'm sliding, and all of a sudden, I'm going to hit that curve, and it's going to start going up, right? Okay, right when I hit that curve, I stop. Okay? And then I'll bend this down. How much do I got to bend down? 7.5. How much? I bend 30 degrees? 15. Yeah. So I got a mark here on 10. Okay. And I'll flip it around the other way. And I'll do the same thing. Oops. Flip around. Now I'll do the same thing. And slide this until it just starts coming up. And then I'll bend it. Floor. Hopefully that'll go. Okay. How's that? Pretty close? Look good from across the street? Okay, so that's just a little thing that I figured out one day. How do you figure that stuff out? You just try things, right? Just like we did with the 3-bend saddle going all from one end. Isn't that sweet? It works really good. So, there you go.